thank you so much, Arsène, for being here with us.
Good evening for you, everybody, and I'm very happy to be with you.
Maybe I can show a picture here if we succeed. スタッフさん、モナコの写真ありますでしょうか? That's a picture, yeah, that was in the book. Okay, can you see it also, Arsène? Yeah.
Yes.
So that's, I can recognize Mark Hatley, Glenn Hoddle. So that was in 85, maybe? Let me check. I mean,
that was in Monaco, in the stadium of Monaco. And you have Mark Hatley, Glenn Hoddle, Rémi Vogel, who had died already,
yes.
Fabrice Meige, and Patrick Battiston,
of course, yes.
who was a French international player. And that was when I arrived, and the new players I brought in, the 5 players I brought in.
Yeah.
And these players became French champions. They won the championship. And of course, Glenn Hoddle was a master.
Oh yeah, what a magician he was. スタッフさん、次の写真お願いします。The next one also is a great relationship. I mean, we don't have time today to talk about all the stories you have with Georges Weah, Ballon d'Or, and you told me some in Tokyo. I remember 2 years ago when you told me about when you went to his Ballon d'Or ceremony. That was so funny. But can you just tell us how you discovered again Georges Weah for those who didn't read the book? I mean, shortly.
At the time, we could only play 2 foreign players. Like you had some rules in Japan when I was there as well about the foreign players. And I had a friend of mine who was a national coach, Claude Leroy, in Cameroon. Yeah. And I looked for a player who could replace Mark Hatley because he was a lot injured.
Yeah.
And he said, there's a guy who is not too bad. He comes from Liberia, but he has to learn how to play. And so I called him every week. Yeah. How is our boy doing, And I sent somebody, Henri Bianchi at the time, and I told him, bring him back, And Georges Weah, at the start, everybody thought he is not the level to play for Monaco, And but he was intelligent, hardworking, and I made a lot of work with him, and he never said no. And finally, he became the best player in the world,
Yeah.
And that is for me an unbelievable story because he arrived, he was already 23 years old.
Yeah.
So, and he became best player in the world, and that is just a marvelous story. And today he's president of his country.
Yeah.
That shows that through that example, it shows that you can, the beauty of his job as well, you can influence people's life in a positive way.
Yeah.
And now it's down to him to influence people's life in a positive way.
It is true. I already have a few questions coming in. So maybe I show the pictures of you in Nagoya. 次の写真お願いします。Yeah, so great memory. This is in Tokyo in the Olympic Stadium, and you won the Emperor's Cup with that team.
Yeah.
And
against Sanfrecce.
Yeah, against Sanfrecce.
And in an emphatic way, I must say, I loved this team because they were quality.
Yeah.
And we had great spirit. And overall, I must say, it was great memories because when I arrived, Nagoya was bottom of the league. They called them the burden of the J League. And we managed to play fantastic football, to play 2 years in a full stadium in Nagoya.
Yeah.
And we won the Emperor's Cup, we won the Super Cup. And when I left, it was still in a position to win the league. It was an exceptional moment look, it's good to see happy faces. When you look at it, you see faces.
I mean, of course, in this team, we see Dragan Stojkovic and Frank Durix and the Brazilian Torres, the foreign players and Gérald Passy, who were your leaders on the pitch, but I also see some future national Japanese players like Hirano and Yamaguchi, and there's Nakanishi. And did you also have a few Japanese players which you entrusted with passing the message?
I think you see Oiwa as well, you know.
Yeah.
Oiwa,
of course, yes. Yeah.
Who became an important player in Japan and after became manager as well.
Yes.
So we had talent. We had Ogura, you know.
Yeah, Ogura was a great striker. Yeah.
A great striker, and his career was damaged by a bad injury, and of course Hirano, who you already mentioned.
Yeah.
We had, you know, you Asano, you know, but when you have success and you look back, you always find out one thing: you had good players and you had intelligent players. The combination of the two makes success.
Yeah, that's true. What do you think could liberate? What kind of message did you have to your Japanese players that they play liberated from all the context that we know?